hi, thank you for joining us today. You had a lovely panel out there. If in 30 seconds you would want to share a couple of key highlights from the session, what would it be?
Yeah, firstly, I really thank Business World for organizing this event, because the fact that you are talking about upskilling of gig workers is a step forward in the in the path of their career. And I think great interactions, right? We got to know the size of the gig worker industry, how's it progressing, what factors are working, what are the key challenges. And from the peers, I think great learning from across the CHROs here.
All right. So one question that I had personally for you from the gig workers point of view is that gig workers do not stay in a specific industry for a very long time. So how is learning relevant then, and how to upskill themselves so that they stick to one job in one organization?
Yeah. Well, what I feel is that from the lens of learning, we have to solve the number one problem, which is in India perspectively, for monetization. Like the quantum of money which they make with respect to countries like the UK or a Spain, which are benchmarks in gig workers economy, there's still a lot of journey to cover. We can definitely introduce something like a skill passport, because once they switch from one platform to other, it's very critical that they maintain certain consistency, not only with respect to learning, but also their achievements and their track record.
One skill that you think will become completely obsolete in the next 3 years?
Difficult to say, but data operation or entry, I think, is going to be obsolete now, because most of the data for all tech-driven front-facing companies is happening online.
And one biggest capability that you think will be there in the next 2 years, will be required?
I think learning to learn and change management is one great capability. I also spoke about how careers or skill sets need to be acquired more from a generalistic approach, and how, as per Sam Altman says, that this is the age where one person single-handedly can make a unicorn.
Lovely. Also, another question, is India facing a skill problem, or do you think it's a job design problem?
Well, I would say a mix of both, definitely. Firstly, skill of a lot of gig workers needs to be exposed. Firstly, the population of India is behemoth. The quantum of gig workers is still very small, right? So let me give you certain numbers. Out of 1.45 billion, we have about close to 12 million people, right? So that's still a very, very small fraction of it. That number should shoot up. Next, we talk about the skill of the people for which the conference was. I think there is a lot of journey to be done, both from a private as well as from a government standard.
From a learning perspective, if we talk about a multi-generational workforce, what is one advice that you would give to different generations, to Gen Zs, to baby boomers, and also millennials?
One advice is definitely be patient.
Okay.
And while we are too much involved in the digital generation, we have forgotten the basics of empathy, personal communication, which I've seen the Gen Z lot faltering with. There are certain decision-making capabilities and other motor skills which I still feel AI cannot replace in a safe fashion, which will stay. So let's stay rooted to that. That should never change.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.